Oh god, gremlin child.
What's in the barn?
Hey!
Got company? Run and find your parents. Tell them to grab whatever's valuable, take you and flee. Got it? Good. Give this to your mother. Now run.
What was that?
Compensation. Stay here and don't interfere, no matter what happens. Plug your ears.
What in blazes? A bolt of lightning or something?
Shut up, all of you! Letho of Gullet. Good to see you, alive and well.
Funny. Second time today I've heard that lie.
It is no lie. You will certainly fetch a higher bounty alive.
Really? How much?
Enough to buy me an estate in Kovir, where I will lie about eating fruit till the end of my days.
Not bad. Not every man gets to know the price on his head.
Most men would prefer not to have one. But why have you come? To make my life easier?
We were passing by. Decided it was time to finally meet the famous Arno Vester in person.
I am flattered. Shame we'll not get to know one another better.
Why? Going somewhere?
No, simply because I will kill you in a moment.
Wanna kill me, but you don't even know me. Not nice. Think I have to punish you for that. But I won't kill you. I'll just cut off your hands. Cut off all your hands, one man after the other. Till the end of your days, those stumps will remind you of the mistake you made.
Bloody hell. You fucking dimwit. I hadn't time to exchange 2 words with the man.
He provoked me!
We have no quarrel with you, but one false move and
And what?
you will end like him. What say you to that?
Oh, wait, so Letho got himself killed?
No, I think he just passed out. I don't know. He got kind of jobbered there.
They said you'll suffer the same fate as him, and look at that.
Whatever.
The wriggling snake symbol.
Yeah, it's freaking out.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go set them all on fire.
You're as good as dead.
What do I say? Simple. You're as good as dead.
The ambiance for this is great. The storm in the background. Anyway, wait, some of the dudes just disappeared.
You like that silver?
Oh,
Oh, you're using your... Yeah, you need to use your steel
apparently.
sword. Yeah, it looks like he's dead. I thought he was gonna cut off all their hands
Unsure.
sometime
He'll probably
later.
be
Or
fine.
maybe he's waking up. Maybe he's not dead yet.
Or maybe he is just
Eh?
straight up dead.
Yeah?
Zanguibarian venom. Something's fishy.
Wait, was that arrow poisoned?
Might have been.
But maybe because he's from the Order of the Snake, he's not dead because of the poison. Maybe he has some kind of immunity to it, or will be able to sleep it off. Yeah, there we go.
You still here?
They'd have cut your head off if I hadn't been here.
So you proved useful after all.
Could have told me.
No fun in that.
You alright? You're conscious, but the Zanguibarian venom could still kill you. Got the antidote?
Saddlebag. Take it in a minute. Couple of days I'll be like new.
What was it for, that whole farce?
Told you. I'd been on the run since Loch Muin. Loads of pursuers. Got ambushed once, almost died. So I decided it was time to end it. Once and for all. Found Vestor's gang and paid off his arbalist. You just witnessed the rest of the story.
What about Lewis? Was he part of this plan?
Nah, a minor complication. Though his betrayal, it did get me thinking. But I had to risk it. If you hadn't cut down every last witness, I'd be a free man. Letho of Gullet is dead. Word of that would have spread across the continent in days.
Wouldn't
Oh.
have done it if you'd let me in on your plan.
Told you not to get involved. Well, my plan's in shambles. I should really disappear.
What? So, we were...
So
But
the
the
guy was effectively going to play dead. With
yes,
the poison?
Yes, but couldn't... The problem with that was, couldn't the guys have done anything they wanted with his
Yeah,
body?
they could have cut his head off, which was probably a calculated risk. My assumption is since he paid off the arbalist, he might have also paid off the rest of the gang to...
I don't know. I think that would have been too risky.
Yeah. It's weird. Anyway. Kaer Morhen?
Sure.
You could wait things out at Kaer Morhen.
With your friends from the School of the Wolf? No thanks. Could end badly.
Tell them I sent you. They'll understand, give you space.
Kaer Morhen, you say? Why not? Got some loose ends to tie up, but then I'll head there.
Help you somehow? Need anything?
No thanks. I'll be fine.
So, see you at Kaer Morhen.
See you, Wolf.
Oh, it's a nice thunderstorm. War games need good thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and we can go back to Lindenvale and actually turn in quests. Let's see. Anything
Now,
we missed while we're here?
I really like the
Stuff.
cat eyes in this. I wonder why they just went with yellow eyes rather than full-on
I
cat
think
eyes.
it's because the contacts might have been harder.
Yeah, the contacts would probably shift out of place, and then the eyes wouldn't look right, even more so.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Hello, old woman. Already did that one.
All right, where's Dolores?
Oh, there she is.
You've returned. What's become of my home?
It's safe now.
I thank you. This means so much. And perchance did you find my chest? With my treasures?
No. Could be someone stole it.
Perhaps. So many years have passed. But go back and search carefully. I've naught else to offer you.
I'll do that. Time I was on my way.
Gods guide you.
Ugh. Ugh.
Hygiene.
I really that's a peeve of mine. When you're off on a sidewalk, especially in cities,
And
someone
spit on it. Yeah.
or sometimes they hawk a loogie right in front of you. Or,
Yeah. Honestly, just anybody that does coughing,
spitting.
spitting, sneezing.
Well, spitting is the worst. Like, I can understand someone sneezing or having a cough. Like, I think if you have a cough, though, you should stay inside and
my main beef with people coughing and sneezing is when they're very clearly, like, not trying to cover up, or they sneeze directly into their hands. Like, if
I know, because that stuff is really airborne and will inevitably get inhaled by someone else and make them sick. I know. But sometimes you just get a dust sneeze. You're not sick.
Yeah.
You just have a dust sneeze. But no, the whole people spitting on the ground thing is absolutely disgusting because, yeah, other people are going to step on it. And also there's probably phlegm and snot in it.
Hear about the job.
And?
It's taken care of. It was a grave hack that dug up the graves and snatched the child.
Aye. So, how is the little tyke?
Dead.
Child's dead.
Oh, 'tis as I thought.
What about my reward?
Oh, I've not forgotten, nay. Here you go. Thanks much for your help.
Wow,
Take
his
care.
voice. Like,
Not much for
that
your
dude's
help.
voice is just like... I don't
What?
even know how to describe it.
Gummy?
Maybe?
That's what I'd say.
It... Because it's not gravelly. It's just like this weird kind of deep you very rarely hear.
Which is why I'm saying gummy.
I'd love to be able to pull off a voice like that. I don't think I'd want it permanently, but... Like, that would definitely... Being able to get to a voice like that would really buff up my range.
Wait, so try to imitate it. What do you mean?
I mean, I just can't go that deep.
Oh, that deep.
Yeah. Like, I can kind of push it, but it's not the same. There's traps down below, but how do we go down? Oh, hi. Other side. One stage.
That's as deep as I can go. And I sound like an evil demon.
You sound goofy.
What? I sound goofy when I do that?
Somebody lived here once. Dolores.
Oh. Wait, someone wrote her name?
Something here. A chest.
Oh, well, see what's in the chest. Maybe the brother didn't. So where did the brother go?
It's weird. It seems like there are more traps underneath? Which is confusing.
Unless there's a
Oh, hi.
hidden area. Yes.
No one's been here in a long time.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured there were more. There's something a little bit more in here. False wall?
Oh
Strange.
no.
Wall looks like it was put up later than the others.
Well, you can blast it down. Did he bury himself in here?
Skeleton in the closet. Happens in the best families.
Yep.
A man. In his 30s, 40s maybe. Couple of pages missing. Torn out. And thus I die in darkness of hunger and thirst. God's have mercy.
So did he brick himself up or did other people brick him in? I want to see the diary entries. Yeah.
What? It's loose scraps of paper, but...
Oh, so he just wrote all that was left.
Maybe?
So I die alone. Maybe we can show it to Dolores.
It's weird that I can't read it.
Look at all those lore books.
Oh, loose scraps of paper.
Yeah. We'll just have to go back to Dolores and maybe she can make something of them. But yeah, he just... Look at all the blood on the walls and such. Did
she do
Did
this?
someone brick him in? Or did...
Because she'd run off, right?
With her hunter lover. Yeah.
Oh, maybe the hunter lover.
I don't know.
Okay, let's go back and talk to her, and then you can read... Why don't you read the monster lore first instead of just reading random books?
Okay. We can read some lore about monsters.
Because that sounds more interesting. I gotta go to the bathroom. I've also got, like, really... she's just poofed.
And this be the witchman, the freak of nature.
We should talk with her.
Interesting things from my nose.
I don't know where we're gonna find her, though.
Is she out on the road? Or is she back at the homestead?
I don't really know. Yeah, she ain't out here.
Why don't you go back to the homestead and then see if she's in one of the upper main houses? But it might be one of those things where it's left open-ended.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, is there a light? Or is that the light that was always there?
It's the candle that I lit.
Okay. No, she hasn't.
Yeah, she ain't in.
She hasn't taken up residence here. What about the other buildings?
I think almost all the other buildings are just husks. Let's see. We're still on hard. There we go.
Oh!
Oh.
Is that her?
Yeah, that's Dolores.
She's sleeping. Ignite a candle. Maybe wait for daytime.
It is daytime.
There she is. Okay, now she's up.
Hello, I've been watching you sleep.
We wanted to tell you about your brother. We found him dead in the basement.
Speak with you. Not be within you. There we go.
Ah!
For what you did, I must thank you again.
Yep.
Managing all right? Hope there wasn't too much monster damage.
A bit. Though time, I think, was the greater culprit. But I don't let it worry me. I spent my youth in this house. Restoring its splendor will be a pleasure, not a burden.
Got some hard news too, though. Found your brother's corpse bricked up in a wall. And this.
So, Roderick, my husband, he killed him. Gods.
Sorry.
The truth can be cruel, but one can't turn back time. I must find this spot. I must bid Humbert farewell. I thank you again. The manor requires much work. Much work.
So,
That's it.
is she just gonna go down into the basement?
Yeah, probably. I mean, we can go poke her head down there, but I doubt
It's
she'll
not like
come
she's
down
gonna
herself.
magically appear. Yeah.
Yeah, doubting it. Yeah, so I guess that's just it. We've already received the reward. So she'll just kind of take care of it on her own. Unless there's more.
I'm surprised he didn't turn into a ghoul, considering all the unburied people we found that have...
Oh, you mean like a wraith?
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. I haven't actually seen a whole lot of men turn into ghosts. It's always women.
And children. But granted, the one child that we saw was a female child.
True.
But it's one of those... then again, there are a bunch of men that have died on the battlefield. And maybe they turn into ghouls? Or do ghouls feast on... I don't know.
I thought ghouls feasted on the living, less
Maybe-
so that they were...
They're not zombies.
I mean, it really depends on which mythos you're talking about, because, like, obviously in D&D, ghouls were people.
They had been people once. Ooh, are those Necker?
Yep.
Yeah.
Eh.
It does seem like a number of the creatures in this game are undead spirits or people that had transformed into monsters.
What now, you piece of filth?
Which is true, because for multiple creatures that are favorites of, say, Gothic, you have werewolves and
Necker's surface here.
vampires.
Dig their way out.
Ooh. And they were once human. Then again, you also have a lot of shape changers too. Things that mimic humans. Or of alternate forms.
Wonder you should do a D&D campaign with fans. I have 300 something subscribers on YouTube, and however much on Twitch.
I mean, 300,000.
Yeah, 300,000. How would I pick 5 people among that number?
And also, it's
But also, like, why do people keep asking me for this? Like, has this worked? Is this a common thing that I've never heard of? Because it feels like...
I think people just
'cause I
want
get
us
this
to play
question at least
D&D
once or
again,
twice a
and
week.
we need to
Yeah, I
assemble
know.
a group of friends for it.
Yeah. But even, like, when I was running a
Necker's
campaign, I
surface
was still
here.
getting people
Dig their way
doing
out.
suggestions for that sort of thing. The answer is super, like, no, I just do not have time for that.
Well, it's also difficult enough to work with people that you already know, much less people that you don't.
Yep.
And also, it's awkward because there's obviously power imbalances and such.
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons why there's kind of a... I'd almost say it's like a frustrating divide between, like, content creators and fans. For starters, easiest example why always is audio quality and commentary quality. Like, how many of you guys have a whole lot of experience even, like, speaking to entertain for long
Necker's
hours?
surface here.
Then
Dig
again,
their
we
way
only do
out.
what comes naturally to us. It's not like we're actually
But it's trained. It is absolutely a trained practice thing, not far off of, like, artwork, or, like, you can go back to some of our original videos and very much see, like, yeah,
Oh, I wonder what Amalur would have been like.
I think we were okay, but we've definitely improved.
That was another very long RPG, though, where we constantly had stuff to analyze in the plot.
Yeah.
But the thing about D&D is it's a performance.
Yeah.
You have to role play as a character.
And boy, I have had some miserable D&D players over the years. And, like, I do not want to put myself through the through, like, a rigorous selection process of being like, is this person even, like, ooh, that's a lot of neckers.
Ooh. Yeah, they were all flushed out.
Yeah, when I put the bomb in, they all popped out. So I feel like they're supposed to pop out the moment you get in the area.
Also, we might have something in the works. It's just a matter of
I just
making
need
assets
to.
for it,
I need to
actually
just,
solidifying
like,
a story.
Yeah, I just need to buck up and actually start saying, like, hey, D&D this day, you know, who can come? And then once we get the first session, then be like, okay, does this time work for everybody, or should we move it? And then just keep doing that until we actually have consistent sessions. It's just, freaking the holidays is not exactly the best time to, like, organize a new D&D campaign. Unless everybody is super not busy, but everybody is always busy.
Oh, there's another one of those
Show me
dogs.
what you got.
Oh, well, looks like you don't need to bury it. I mean, it's only partially clipping through the ground, but
Let's see. And my main problem is just everybody that I know has, like, their own content and schedules and stuff, which makes it really difficult to work with.
Ah, they used the explosive barrel on you.
Here we go.
Oh, he has a... There we go. I've noticed some fairly intricate tattoos on these people.
Yeah.
Though the one that had stars on him, I thought it was rather funny.
Yeah, I truly mean no disrespect when I say, like, most people would not be ready for just diving into a YouTube campaign. I've only met a couple of people that can just, like, immediately roll with it.
But really, though, it's... I think I would prefer to play with people that I'm very familiar with and know well. And then also, too...
It's a lot harder without people that have skin in the game, if that makes any sense. Like,
Well, because we could probably play with family members and old-time friends even if they aren't content creators. But it makes more sense to play with other content creators.
Yeah, because I've been playing Dungeon Defenders with my little brother, and that has actually been quite fun. But I would say I only... we can't get in here, can we? Yeah, we can't get into Oxenfurt at all. Because the bridge is closed. Alright. Let's go up here.
And we probably won't be able to get a pass unless we help someone or curry favor with
Yep.
an individual who has access. Now that's a large town. What's it?
That's Novigrad.
Novigrad?
Yeah, so we're gonna go up past these question marks. Hit up whatever this side quest is.
Though, what about the Baron's daughter and his wife?
That's in the locked city. Remember when you sat down to join me?
So we need to talk with the daughter before we can determine what happened to the mother? Is that what it is? Or we can't...
No, we gotta get a pass to get into that city first.
So we can't track the creature and find the mother?
No, the mother is separate. That's where the daughter is.
Right.
The daughter is in Oxenfurt, and we can't get in.
I was just wondering if we could pursue the mother or what killed her.
Yeah, we have to go talk to the Bloody Baron. I've just been...
Yeah, I would like
distracted.
to talk with the Bloody Baron regarding that.
That type of content only works if the group is well acquainted, rather than no real-life knowledge of each other. And even then, like, I've definitely had people join campaigns that... Oh, wait. Oh, here's where we wanted to go. I've had people join campaigns that I have known and worked with, and they specifically were a miserable addition, and I regretted it very quickly. Anywhere from just immediately dumping into memes, or just, like, not being experienced in D&D.
Sabotaging other people, too.
That, yes.
Well,
Sabotaging
Richard,
others.
Have you completed your task?
Why do you priests take an interest in the fallen so late?
The Church of the Eternal Fire's first duty is to the living. You've no notion of the work we did just after the battle. The wounded needed tending, refugees, pastoral care. We had sermons to deliver, donations to collect.
Relieved to hear it. What would the people have done without you?
Sorry. Just really gnarly hangnail. You can press it.
Okay. Yep, we took care of the graves, but hopefully we'll have an option to inquire.
Well, he says the same thing, yeah.
So, took care of the graves. Interesting, actually. One of the corpses proved to be quite, well, alive. And pretty talkative.
What do you mean?
Fist-tech dealer. One of them survived. Had an awfully interesting story to tell.
Intriguing. I would purchase this story from you. For all time. Exclusively.
Nope, we're not going to be bought. I don't take bribes, even though I do take money for my work, but only half the time.
People pay me to kill.
I don't take bribes.
You can hire me, but you sure as hell can't buy me.
Ah, an impasse. Then it will be cheapest to kill you.
Uh-oh.
3 on 1. Surely we'll manage, Witcher or not. Take him!
So you say, Priest of the Eternal Fire. I hope you burn. Oh, wow. He really did just...
Yep.
How long you gonna make me wait?
I mean, it was immediate. Whoa, you beheaded him.
Yup. Dang. Wow, that was quick. Alright, Shell.
Yep.
Let's see. Before we go on to the next thing, why don't you read some bestiary things? I'd probably skip the animals unless you want to read about the animals. Even the animals, I don't know. Up to you. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's interesting. Bears. The giant bears. Know that ditty about the bear climbing the mountain to see what he could see? Biggest load of rubbish I've ever heard. When a bear climbs the mountain, it's not to see, it's to hunt and to kill. Is it Jane? Oldak, the royal huntsman. Bears are omnivores, meaning men find a place in their diet beside berries, roots, and salmon. When they snack on humans, they most frequently partake of the meat of travelers unwittingly trespassing into their territory, or else that of hunters, whom besting such a creature is a lifelong ambition. We've bested quite a number. There are several subspecies of bears: black bears, polar bears, cave bears, which differ from one another in coloring as well as size and strength. All share one trait in common, however: a near unmatched ability to kill, which has yet to be seen. Dogs. They say that dog's a man's best friend, but in these foul times, one best be wary, even of his friends. Well, yeah, it's because they'll turn and eat you. Alfred Pankratz, beggar from Novigrad. Some claim dogs are reflections of their masters. A well-treated pet repays his owner with loyalty and trust, whereas an ill-treated one repays this treatment in kind as well, meeting yells with barks and kicks with bites. Since there is an abundance of bad men, so too is there abundance of bad dogs. Most dangerous of all are the vagrant mutts, who have lost all respect for men and developed a taste for blood and carrion. Wolves. A friend of mine used to say that with all these griffins and basilisks and whatnot, good old-fashioned wolves weren't nothing to worry about. Then the damned beast devoured half his flock. Ingvar, shepherd. Once upon a time, wolves were the absolute rulers of the forest. Men used them to frighten children, while adults too trembled at the sound of their howling. Post-conjunction monsters not only pushed wolves into... Oh, so the conjunction brought about the monsters. Interesting. Post-conjunction monsters not only pushed wolves into the deepest wilds, but also took over their place in human nightmares. Yet, this does not mean that the old predators ceased to be a danger. Wolves do not have to drop magic within... they do not have a drop of magic within them. That makes sense. Breathe no fire and spit no acid. But that in no way stops them from killing unwary travelers and hunters. Particularly dangerous are wargs, a nasty and ferocious subspecies of wolf. The snow-white wolves, which today can only be found in the wild highlands of the Skellige archipelago. Oh. The cursed ones. Oh, the botchling. Say a botchling's ugly is like saying that shit's not particularly tasty. Can't say it's a lie, but it doesn't exactly convey the whole truth either. Lambert, Witcher of the Wolf School. Botchlings are perhaps the most repulsive creatures a Witcher will ever have the displeasure of meeting. Born of dead, unwanted babies discarded without a proper burial, their appearance is that of partially decayed fetus, their unformed flesh twisted with hate, fear, and malice. These hideous creatures feed on the blood of pregnant women, driven by a mad hunger that most often leads to their victim's death. Hybrids. We have griffins and harpies. Ooh, have we faced harpies? They do not look attractive at all. Okay, griffins. Aye, half eagle, half tomcat, just like the old lord's crest, except this one was carrying me dead cows instead of a shepherd. A scepter. I see. Poor cow. Griffin attack witness. Name unknown. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains, where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of the main roads and towns, where folk with the means to hire a witcher are likely to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encountered pests, known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch griffins. Probably because they're larger. Harpies.
God damn it.
Did you drop something?
Water
Okay. Wander spilled some water. Harpies. Oh, I have to do this in Letho's voice? I don't know if I can do that. Most monsters don't actually keep any treasure in their lairs. Harpies, though, they like shiny things. Letho, Viper School Witcher. It's hard to say what is most repulsive about harpies and their cousins, the shishigas. Their hideous appearance, the overwhelming stench of rot and bird excrement that clings to them from their blood-curdling screech. Suffice to say is that even rats who dwell happily among the rankest fecal matter and rotten waste give their nests wide berth. Yep, can't stand the poop. Insectoids. Andrega warriors. Klaus Altman Forrester. Scared of these Andregas, are you? Just wait till you see the warriors. Endless waves of Andrega workers are enough to overcome most attackers, but when confronting more dangerous foes, Andrega colonies unleash their larger, stronger members, the so-called warriors. This caste lives only to fight, and gets ample opportunity to do so while defending the colony's borders or conquering new territory. So they're akin to ants, but they almost have more of like a ankylosaur mantis-like appearance. It's interesting. Oh, and these are the workers. I thought the workers were harmless. I thought wrong. John the Gimp, Trapper. Workers are the most numerous and thus the most frequently encountered caste of Andrega. Within the colony, their duty lies in building nests and cocoons, acquiring food, and caring for eggs and larvae. When threatened, they will summon warriors to aid them, yet if forced to defend themselves, they will, and do so surprisingly well. Necrophages. This should be the most plentiful, considering we face necrophages the most. Does that mean... I think all of these are derived from humans, but like partly dead, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
So drowners are potentially drowned humans. Let's see.
Yeah, they must be.
When at the water's edge, you gotta be quiet. First of all, so as not to scare the fish. Second, so you don't attract drowners. Yannick of Blaviken, fisherman. A drowner resembles a corpse dredged from the bottom of a pond. It is a sickly blue or green in color, with slime and sludge oozing out of every pore and the acrid stench of rot wafting off of it. That is why it is often thought drowners, along with their more dangerous cousins, vodniks, muxnixers, and drowned dead, arise from the bodies of those who drown in shallow water, lost travelers falling into bogs, children who swim too far from the shore, or, in the case of vodniks, inebriated peasants who stumble off narrow swamp trails. Wait, so there's a specific caste of them that are people that drown because they were drunk. Interesting. Foglets. If night ever catches you in the swamp, stay put and wait for dawn, even if it means standing waist deep in water with leeches crawling down your trousers. Most important of all, if you see a light in the fog, never, and I mean never, go towards it. Johannes Strud, Guide. Fog is the traveler's foe. In the forest, it can make one lose one's way. At sea, it can send one sailing into the rocks. Yet such dangers are nothing compared to monsters known as foglets, which sometimes lurk within it. These creatures have powerful arms and claws, like Zeracanian kinjals. Yet what makes them truly dangerous is their mastery of deception, beguilement, and disorientation. Many times they need not attack at all, instead simply driving their prey to madness or into boggy marshlands, after which they wait patiently for it to drown in the muddy waters. Ghouls.
Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap, they'd eat you too, chop you up for a ghoulish stew.
Children's rhyme. Ghouls and griveres are hard to describe, in part because they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily similar faces, one searches for them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only, an insatiable craving for human flesh. Grave hags. Cremation. Oh, Jacques de Villepin? Oh, remember this guy. Why don't you read for him?
Oh. Cremation. Now that's one thing men could learn from gnomes. Burying bodies out the fields wide. It's like laying out a welcome mat for monsters. Best case scenario, some ghouls will sniff them out, eat their fill and be on their ghoulish way. But, gods forbid, a grave hag takes it to feeding at your cemetery. You'll have no end of trouble.
Few monsters' names fit as well as the grave hags. As one might guess, these creatures resemble aged, deformed women and loiter near graveyards and battlefields. Grave hags feed on human corpses and in particular, on the rotten marrow, which they slurp from human bones using their long, prehensile tongues. Once a hag has devoured all corpses within reach, she turns to killing men and burying them in the cemetery as she waits for them to decompose.
Gross.
Oh, we're not going to read any more?
Let's keep rolling.
Okay, I suppose that's long enough. You had your fill.
Yep.
What were you drinking?
Soylent. I've just been really hungry, so I just decided instead of getting crackers or like another cheesecake thing, I'd just bite the bullet and actually get something.